the big man Henry alone in the backfield. Mariota. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
He ain't no Zeke, but he's good.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing. Prescott. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack. Third and long for Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Wake picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Jackson to return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Over the middle here to Brown. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. A first down carry for Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mariota gives to Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Henry. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Sucko. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
There we go. Go ahead, 59. They're going to need some therapy after this.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And some room to maneuver. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And that's Elliott, complete. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A run for Pollard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And a Cowboy 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check 55 tonight. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Go, go, go.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Cooper was the target there. Well, Charles, as we peek back to week one, what would you say were the positives for some teams or individuals that you took away?
Well, it started on opening night. Green Bay and their defense, not necessarily Aaron Rodgers and what they did going into Chicago and winning. Kansas City, they picked right up where they left off with Patrick Mahomes. Explosive on offense. How about Baltimore and Lamar Jackson? He's not just a single wing tailback, folks. He's a quarterback. And Tennessee, going into Cleveland, Marcus Mariota, Derrick Henry put up 43 points on the Browns.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
54, block 54. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Kill. Hey, switch gears.
Henry, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Wide open receiver complete. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. Three.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Mariota. Caught, right side, Davis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Mariota again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves,
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
59, Mike, and 47. 59. Tighten up, tighten up. 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. On 1st down, it's Henry, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. 25 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 23-yard run, and the Cowboys cut into that lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go one more.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Check. Rush in.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Check. Watch 54. Quarterback, go get
On 3rd down, Mariota. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Back now in Nashville. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
59 mark, check, 59. Go.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Slam. Kill. We're going to 54.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Cameron Wake. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, and he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times?
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jarrell Casey in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
47. Lights 59. Lights 59. Watch him go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in.
1st down, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead. I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They go to Elliott again. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Mike, check, 59. Check pass.
Prescott to throw on third. Oh, Prescott stripped. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
No, it's like a universal glitch.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And Xavier Woods with a pick. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Prescott on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Prescott to throw it. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Cowboys on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott yet again. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
To the air again, Prescott. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 4 yards out, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Extra point by Moore, up and good, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. 75 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Extra point up and good by Succo. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Harold Landry in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. That one complete to Elliott. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
It's the fourth quarter, not part of the game.
The Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
So what is your point then?
Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go
so
in the game.
So you got to push this narrative that I'm getting done as if the fourth quarter don't matter or something.
Prescott from the gun on third. Complete to Jason Witten. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. A first down throw for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
He's going to let it fly. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 42 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You better get with the Derrick Henry. You can't throw the fucking ball. Like, exactly, you don't. You don't.
Second down,
trust me, I know.
To go, ball on the
when they was letting me run with Derrick Henry like that, in other words.
Throwing here, Mariota. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It's a game of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hatchet. Check 37. Check 37. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay
Mariota to throw.
Look at this shit,
And he's
bitch.
going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Heath. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance,
and as soon as I figure out how to stop that, that's when I know it's over for you.
They definitely had opportunity.
Because you can't throw the ball.
Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
That'll do it for us. For
you
Charles
built it to,
Davis
like,
and all
rely on
our
that
hardworking
little,
crew,
glitch
I'm
shit.
Brandon Gaudin. You've been
Plays
watching the
and shit,
NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.
Hey, Rico. You know I know you full of shit, don't you? you know I know you full of shit, nigga. Yeah, you know I know you full of shit. Just like you came to me in confidence and told me about that Madden Authority. Like, cause it was the same situation. You had that stupid ass blitz. You had the stupid ass blitz. I'm like, how the hell you keep like sacking me before I can even like get the ball off and shit? And it's the same shit. All of a sudden, this is a nano. What you doing is a nano. I thought y'all was playing. Oh.
I'm so high. Where you going?
Smoke. Smoke. No. What? Nigga, the challenge been sent, bitch.
Nothing but people. Yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. A clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
He don't know no better. Here we go, 46. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Down. You waiting? Right there in the middle. 55. We got it. Big ass.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st down, Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Carr. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
Yeah, that was a good one.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Austin's got it left side. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the lines. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. 30, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Yeah, you had a good day that day. One game, yeah, okay.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right?
Yeah,
Find a matchup, create it,
he won by a
exploit it,
touchdown.
and try to move the football.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
So if I had down to 200 yards rushing on you, that don't count because you won, right? Okay.
Elliott running right. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Oh, it's a wobbler here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
No, I'm going off of who we talking about in the history.
Throwing now is Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Carr going to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfro there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. On those slants, everything happens so quickly.
And you were saying the same thing. I'm saying, oh, this is preseason.
The passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
As if like
that'll be taken in the end zone.
I mean,
and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Okay. Yeah, I made it a high line.
By the Cowboys offense.
Right?
Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
What did you do? Shut up, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you did, you hoe ass nigga. Shut up.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Fuck up, nigga.
Now Prescott. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They run it with Jacobs. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
General West. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Yo, Chief. Tack up. Get set.
Carr. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
He won't be ready. He won't be ready.
Incomplete. Byron Jones on the coverage.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Slam, slam.
Hey, 734. Express.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Not today, you are. Not today.
From the gun, it's Carr. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Nelson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and he missed it. It's no good. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half, Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Raiders.
Down, blue 80. Right there, 54 Mike. I got it.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now they'll throw with Carr. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check curls.
Here's Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Jacobs.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Carr. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Carr. That is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half score. And the Raiders have got him. Maurice Hurst. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott is going to find his running back. It's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Maurice Hurst able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's the Raiders punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 37. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
To throw, it's Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Now Carr. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
This is Elliott. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Again, it's Elliott. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got it. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Carr going to throw here. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. Now Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Throwing on first down is Carr. He's got the first down inside the 10. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Just like that.
93. 93.
Now, Carr again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Oh, no, no.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams...
He's got a man, complete. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try.
Right. He's tight right here. Tight on the right. Everyone got four down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.
What about when you had to come back and win and score 29 points in the 4th quarter? So what?
It's terrible.
Shut up, nigga.
I cannot get that. Direction go right. Can't tell. I can't get it go right. You can tell, can't you?
Tell you how to eat a dick.
I'm talking to you.
Huh?
I said I can't get it to go in the same direction. You can tell, can't you? I'm not questioning you, but
You know what? Fuck the Falcons.
I'm really talking. Thank you. I'm not questioning you, but can you really tell? Honestly, you can't.
I've about had enough of this shit.
Don't. Honestly. Can you tell it's not going the same direction?
I already said no, baby. Why you got? Do you want me to say yeah?
No, I'm not questioning you, but to me, I can tell because I'm doing it. It's just awful.
How the fuck he back from the emergency room? Motherfucker's a goddamn liar, man.
Can I go get me a bottle?
No.
Talking to me? Are you talking to me? Can I give me some shots?
That nigga ain't trill like that. Yep. Who they playing? Who winning? Actually, I can just watch this shit on my fucking tablet while I whoop your ass.
Lord knows I should. Not for the right. Breaks my heart so bad.
Yeah, I'm chugging down a 24 myself to try to chase this weed down. I have some of my fucking sense back.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. A clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Okay, good thing is not going to get out of our game plan. This shit. What's this? Take it easy.
Here we go. 480. I'm here all day. 26.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They're running it.
Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Prescott, the intended receiver, Tavon Austin, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. From the red zone now, Prescott. Austin's got it left side. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Elliott. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Drive down the field,
extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Cowboys 7, Raiders 0. Brett Maher kicking off for Dallas.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jacobs now. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. 12 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Carr going to throw. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Ryan Grant there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Markel Lee able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll run with Elliott. And bulldozing through multiple tackles. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. First target, first catch, and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A safety with a sack there, LaMarcus Joyner.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot that where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody, or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
Give him 14 on that one, and a first down. Throwing, Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The rookie first-rounder Jonathan Abram there to knock it away. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb, as the first half is winding down, and the Cowboys have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. following the touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
We got this.
Girl, draw the car down there. Shut the fuck up, you fat bitch.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there on first down. Jacobs. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Carr now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
You gotta stop
Practice
calling them
it,
plays.
preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around.
Oh, you better stop running up my middle. Boy, you better stop running. You better stop running them plays. There's gonna be another pick 6. Oh, you didn't say all that.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery, escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice
Nigga,
job of buying some time and then
like
running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
It's going to be another pick 6 last game. Oh, I'm talking about both games, nigga. I'm talking that shit. I ain't addressed you.
On second down, Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
50's a month. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Watch the safety creep. Kill.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Running with Elliott. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. 4th and short, they had the ball right at the midfield stripe. Was curious what they were going to do. Turns out going for it, the good play.
Reminded me of a conversation we had yesterday before this game where you said, you know, it's interesting about the NFL nowadays. Oftentimes in short yardage situations, they throw the ball. In the old days, they would run it. That was an old school call right there.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike, 55. Mike.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Cooper's got it. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. The kick by Maher is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
You like shit I don't like. So I figured you would like it.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Down. 48 for Mike. 180. 180. We're good. 180. Later one.
to throw on 3rd and 1. It's complete to Grant. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Charlie.
Here's Carr. Lets it go for Nelson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 41, Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Here's Elliott. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, break it to football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process.
Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy because of a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
You are that dick-sucking bitch.
The offense
I know it's all good. Before you said it was all good, it was all good.
They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick to get the ball back and then score again.
I'm trying to end the fucking game. We're not going to keep playing around.
The only thing that matters is scoring
quickly. So you can score 29 in the 4th quarter again, bitch.
The big play to start
Exactly. It's on running the fucking clock, nigga. Exactly. It's on running the fucking clock, nigga. It's on running the fucking clock, bitch. It's on running the clock, bitch. Exactly.
Back to throw. Carr got his man complete over the middle.
I'm doing that too. I'm doing that too. 1 o'clock and play
as
defense.
he's inside the 40. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I'm calling the fucking play. I get credit somewhere. Give me this shit.
The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Good defense, boys. There wasn't nobody open. Why you had to do all that shit?
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a one-score game. And we've got a timeout.
Because I can.
9 seconds remaining.
Because I can. I don't care. I don't care what you're doing, nigga. I can. Because I can call a timeout. I know what I said. That's none of your fucking
So look
business.
at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a one-score game. And his kick here is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance.
Shut up, bitch.
And he takes it in for the score on the
That's
game's final play.
Get out of here. Where you at, fat boy? This shit over with,
Put a little
nigga.
whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe,
Exactly.
a little
I'm
extra
talking about it's
on
officially
top.
over with. Like, I'm done with you over with. Like, you can go watch the
Point up and
broadcast.
good, but this
with.
one was decided anyway, as
And
that
you got
will be
dominated
the final
this one.
action in
And you
this
got
ball
dominated
game.
this one.
So this
Fat
one
boy.
will end in a victory for the Dallas
boy, where you at?
Cowboys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing
I
just
just
3
smashed
points,
this
that
nigga.
lone
I
field goal
drove
in the
this
entire
nigga.
second half.
And remember the old adage,
Beat the shit out of this
offense
nigga.
sells tickets. Defense does what?
Beat the shit out of
Wins
this sour ass
championships.
nigga.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field
You only
goal.
had 7 points,
That's a
bitch,
heck of a
until the
job.
fourth
I mean,
quarter.
when they
The
went
score
out there
24-10.
with that determination and a pretty good game plan.
The score's
Pretty good idea
24-10.
what they wanted to accomplish.
The score's 24-10.
Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
The score's 24-10. Shit. Yo, this motherfucking 7-point scoring ass nigga. Shut up. The fuck up, nigga. Fuck you and Rico, nigga.
So that'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our crew.
Yeah, fuck you,
I'm
nigga.
Brandon
Like,
Gaudin.
you
You've
next
been
on the
watching
radar.
The NFL.
Like, I'm done with
on
this
EA
scrub.
Sports.
I ain't got nothing to say
With
to this
that,
bitch.
we say
I ain't
good
got nothing to say to that bitch ass
from
nigga.
Oakland.
Shit, you can sit here and look at this game that don't even matter no fucking more, nigga. I'm going to this screen to send a challenge. I ain't worrying about the fuck you talking about no more. Fuck you. Look at the stats, nigga. Go count the flags, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Go count the motherfucking flags, bitch, while I send this motherfucking challenge, ho. Yankee rank. You ain't showing online, bitch. Okay, so are you ready for me to send it or what, bitch?
Fucking I know what I know.
Oh, did I ask you where you was going, nigga? Get your ass on. Take the fuck on. Get the fuck on then. Get the fuck on. Get the fuck on then, nigga. Sorry ass nigga. Trash. You trash ass nigga. Get your trash ass out the goddamn mic and go to the store, ho. I'm sorry, baby. Hold on, fat boy, trying to sing.
cut it. You need to cut it. Them prices way too high. You need to cut it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, motherfucking squad ass nigga talking that shit to me. I'm tired of letting them know who the hell he is to me. Come on, fat boy.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yards.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it kicked it out of bounds. Yeah. If you want to say that about me, that's fine. It's slander, but you know. Exactly.
Mike, here we go. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And fights through one man. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A 1 yard gain there following the 3 yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Yes, he did. Yes, he fucking did.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 20. From the gun, Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things that I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm glad that happened after the boys, because I think I've seen something from you. I think I may have had a breakthrough.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mariota hands to Henry. Finding room at the 30. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing, Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Let's get it. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. Pass caught left side by Humphries. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw is Mariota. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Mariota to Henry. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Prescott. This one caught left side by Cooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Then we're going to 53.
Prescott now. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jeffrey Simmons in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
You're happy, man. You're happy. Yeah. You're happy, man.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 55 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
So now you're going to like release the glitch on him.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second and 11 now. Mariota out to the right to Humphreys. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Run the ball. Go to halftime, boys. You would after this play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff left. Elliott. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Elliott running right. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. A first down carry by Elliott.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards for him on the ground.
It happens to me all the time. You do your little blitz.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
No, I ain't saying nothing about no dive. That's a good glitch counter, glitch
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do? And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
I mean, well, you said it.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing is Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The Titans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Mariota now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Succop's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Rabbit. Check 9. Mike spot 9. Under. Switch up. Here we go. Go to 54. Why ain't? Bang. We're going to 54. Why ain't?
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mariota. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool.
I don't care how you feel about it, bitch. I'm just telling you what to do.
A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's get it.
26-yard line.
59. Watch the screen. Pass.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott going for it all. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Partner, I want to revisit week 1. I got your positive takeaways from the first week of the NFL season. How about the bad stuff?
Well, let's pump the brakes a little bit on the Super Bowl celebration in Cleveland.
Yeah.
They have to win some games first, and maybe now that's the best thing that could have happened to them. Maybe they can settle in because that's a good roster. Miami, we suspected it was going to be rough. I don't know that we suspected that bad on opening day. Jacksonville, the defense is supposed to carry this team. They got torched by Kansas City. And Pittsburgh just didn't show up against New England. And I don't think we expected that at all because I thought Pittsburgh's defense was really good in the preseason.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mariota. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Austin.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Tighten it. We're going to 53. Check. Under 10. 10.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
I got you.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
Well, at some point during this broadcast, we had to bring up the Antonio Brown saga, and that moment is right now. I got to get your thoughts. I got to get you on the record. What do you think of all this?
Well, when you go back to Oakland and you know about my relationships with the head coach and the general manager there, but putting that aside, one, never would have made the deal for him. I just never saw him as a guy that was going to go from place to place and be the influence that you want in a locker room, and that proved to be true in Oakland. Now he gets a new start, kind of a fresh start, to put it mildly, in New England, and they seem to be all on board with that. But that has to be the one team that can take him, because they have a head coach there that if he doesn't do what the head coach wants, he actually will get rid of him. If he went to another team, they would try and continue to make it work, and that might grind down a team in a locker room, but that won't happen in New England. So if he's still there, that means it's working well. Otherwise, they'll be out of there fast.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Mariota now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Mariota. Walker with the grab, left side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mariota. Man open left side is Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Mariota's throw caught by Brown. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mariota now from the 50. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. To the air again, Mariota. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
So a big 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans. From the gun, Mariota. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Kill. 47. Check. Kill. Check 3. Here we go, 47.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. He's back to throw. Now a desperation. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Tight dog. Undercrush. Slam. He's coming.
Again, it's Henry. He's got a first down and more past the 30. They finally do get him down, but we've got penalty flags on the field as well, and they might get 15 more out of this. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Henry. And an alley. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. We're going to 54. What we got? 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished.
Right before you got on the mic, I was winning 7-6.
Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, yeah, right. As soon as you got on the mic.
Second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.